Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have for you one here from Hobbymaster in 1/48 scale, of course, and it is a Hawker Hurricane, as you can see. This is actually a special one. It is a Mark II, and it is actually the last of 14,533 Hawker Hurricanes to be built in July of 1944. And it was given the little inscription on the side of the aircraft here, last of the many. And it was actually retained by the Hawker Aircraft Company for trial work, so it did survive the war intact. In 1972, the aircraft was given to the RAF Battle of Britain Memorial Flight and still remains airworthy and flown as an airborne tribute, of course. It has flown in a number of liveries, and its current one being that of Canadian pilot Flight Lieutenant Jimmy Whalen in its Southeast Asian colours of 1944. Now, this actual aircraft also appeared in the Battle of Britain movie in 1968. So, well, let's talk and open up the box, and that is the aircraft sitting in there. That is how it was made when it came out of the factory, but it actually would not see a frontline service, as I said. It does look pretty cool, but it is no good in that box, is it? All right, so what we'll do is we'll get this Hurricane out of the box and get our hands on it and have a real good look at it. Alrighty, with the Hurricane out of the box, it does come with the normal Hobbymaster stand, and it does come with a little baggie which looks to contain like an aerial and the little plug that you put under the aircraft if you want to have it gear down, of course, which, you know me, that's how I like to display mine. And that is that awesome looking Hurricane sitting right in there. You do get a little pilot figure, of course, and a canopy, I suppose, to have in the open position, and the landing gear options. And let's see if we can get this to come out. This is brand new, so... Oh, yay. Awesome. Comes out. Geez, it does have a fair bit of heft. We'll move the packet out of the way, of course, and have a real good look at this awesome looking Hurricane. That does look very nice. The camouflage scheme is quite nice. The grey and green, that looks really well applied. Yo, twin cannons on each wing sitting out there. Those 20mm, I think the Hispanos, they do look fantastic. That engine detail is really nice as well. Does it? Propeller spins nicely. It's got some really nice detail on the propeller blades as well. And there you can see that inscription that I was talking about. The last of the many. That is really cool. You can see the ribbing for these particular aircraft. As most of you know, the construction of this aircraft did include some cloth materials. That looks awesome. It is really well done. Let's see if we can get this canopy open. What do you think? Come on. Oh, nearly. Oh, nearly. Yay, there we go. And it does have a little bit of detail in there, but it's really hard to see. That is a little bit of a cramped cockpit, I suppose, but that does look very nice in there. Let's hope this canopy goes back on easier than it came off. Beautiful. So obviously we do need to put an aerial in the back here. Let's turn this over and have a little look underneath. That is nice. That looks absolutely killer for sure. Details are fantastic. It's got little aerials on there, so be careful of those little antennas and stuff. There's a couple of little bits that do stick out. Of course, you got the tail wheel fixed on there as well. But that is pretty awesome. Now, what we'll do is we'll quickly chuck some landing gear on this and have a little look at it. We'll be right back in a second. Alright, here we have the Hurricane set up for in-flight. Very straightforward. You obviously leave that open because we need to put our stand there. And you've put the little main landing gear covers on, and that is the underneath. All done. Very straightforward. Very easy. And the only thing you got to do out here is chuck the aerial on the spine there of the aircraft, and that is job done. And this is how your awesome looking 1/48 scale Hawker Hurricane will look in flight, and that does look pretty cool. And the scale, the size of these do afford you some really nice detail. And to put it on the stand, straightforward, straight in the stand hole. And of course, it does touch the paintwork on the top of the stand there, as you can see. If you're worried about that, as I always say, maybe put a little bit of tape on the ends if you're worried about it rubbing on the paint, which can be a concern for some people, and depending where you're displaying it. And that is how your Hawker Hurricane will look sitting on the stand in flight. And of course, if you want to use the little pilot, you do get this little pilot. You can chuck him in your aircraft if you want to use him at all. But yeah, I reckon it comes up fantastic. It is a very nice colour scheme, very nice sort of aircraft, and you know, it is the last. But of course, I like to see mine with their landing gear hanging out, so what we'll do is we'll quickly chuck some landing gear on this awesome aircraft and come right back. Alrighty, we are back, and it is very straightforward. You just put your extended landing gear down, and that is job done. That is all you need to do. Very straightforward and very easy. This is a very, very easy build by Hobbymaster, of course, and it looks really nice. The actual wheels themselves do not roll or anything, so if that does annoy you, then I am sorry about that, but this does set up nicely, and you can put the open canopy on. But the thing is, there is no way of putting this section in like to anything. So as soon as you do that, it drops off, as you can see. But this is the open sort of canopy as you can have it, and it does look pretty cool if you want to display your aircraft with the open canopy. But there is no grooves or anything for it to sort of stay in place, so it can easily drop out if you are going to tip your Hurricane upside down for any reason. But look, overall, it is pretty cool. And the front window section fits in there nicely, which is really cool. But you've got to be careful at the top. It's got that little rear vision mirror. Make sure you don't put your big old finger on that and break that off, of course. But overall, another solid build, I reckon, from Hobbymaster, of course, in their 1/48 scale series. And I reckon these do look pretty awesome. I'll do the usual now. I will say, if you like this, please give us one of those, of course, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. All right, everyone, I will do the usual as well. I will take some awesome photos of this, hopefully, and chuck them on at the end of the video here, and you can check this Hurricane out without my hands all over it. Thank you once again for spending your valuable time in checking out another one of our videos. I hope you enjoyed today's content, of course, and thanks for watching. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.
The Mark II will maintain the supremacy established last year. In design as in personnel, the RAF has the enemy licked.